Hello my dear students, welcome back to Learn Physics. In last class we were discussing about projectile motion and exercise questions. Today also we are continuing with the exercise questions only. Okay, so the rest of the questions we will discuss now. First question is, a bomber plane moves horizontally with a speed of 500 meter per second and a bomb released from it strikes the ground in 10 seconds. Angle which it strikes the ground will be. So here the question is, a bomber plane moves horizontally with a speed of 500 meter per second. So plane is moving with a speed of 500 meter per second horizontally. And then a bomb is released from it and strikes the ground in 10 seconds. And we need, so in 10 seconds it's striking the ground. So when it is releasing horizontally, afterwards it is striking the ground in 10 seconds. Time taken to strike the ground is 10 seconds. We need to find out the angle which it strikes the ground. Okay, so here horizontal velocity is ux. Initially it is moving with a velocity 500 meter per second. Here we don't have acceleration along the horizontal direction, no acceleration. Therefore acceleration along x-axis is 0. Therefore vx will be in the same 500 meter per second only. So what will be the final velocity in the vertical direction? Vertical direction means like this. So the object is throwing horizontally. The plane was moving horizontally. So what will be the vertical velocity? Vertical velocity will be equal to 0. So what will be the final velocity after 10 seconds? Vy will be equal to V equals uy plus ayt. So when we are considering uy equals 0, ay is 10 into 10. Therefore Vy we are getting it as 100 meter per second. We need to find out theta. Right, this theta angle, how can we find out theta? Here we have Vy with us. Vy is 100 meter per second and Vx, here it will remain 500 meter per second only. Now can you say how can we find out theta? Theta by finding out tan theta. Tan theta will be equal to adjacent side divided by opposite side, that is Vx. So 100 divided by 500, it will be theta equals tan inverse 1 by 5. Clear? So while an object is, the plane is moving horizontally. Therefore, since it's moving horizontally, we have only the velocity along the initial velocity is acting only along the x-axis. Y-axis, initial velocity is 0. And final velocity, acceleration is not acting horizontally, therefore Vx will be remaining same like ux only. Now we don't have Vy with us, so when it is striking the ground, at which angle it will be striking, that only it's asked, right? So here if we have Vy with us, we can find out tan theta. Therefore Vy we can find out uy plus ay into t. Since it's not acting in the vertical direction, uy equals 0. Ay and t, while substituting, we are getting the value theta. Clear? So here the answer is tan inverse 1 by 5. Correct. Next one. A ball is projected horizontally from the top of a tower with a velocity v0. It will be moving at an angle 60 degree with the horizontal after time. So we need to find out the time when the angle becomes 60 degree. A ball is projected horizontally from the top of a tower with a velocity v0. So ball is projected horizontally with a velocity v0. So initial velocity is acting along v0 and uy equals 0. Then we need to find out when the angle becomes 60 degree. Angle when it will become 60 degree. That tan theta, the same way we can find out. Okay, but here angle is given, time is not given. Okay, so here we can maybe at t seconds. I am considering it as at t seconds it's reaching to the 60 degree. Okay, so here the same formula when we are applying, tan theta equals Vy by Vx. Okay, 60 degree means tan 60. Tan 60 equals, what is Vy here? Vy will be equal to Uy is 0, Ay is 10 into T, or G itself we can write down Gt. And what is Ux? Vx is V0 only. Therefore, Gt divided by V0. Tan 60 is root 3. Root 3 Gt by V0. So, what is T? T equals root 3 V0 divided by G. Okay. So, if you understand this numerical, then it will be easy to solve this. Okay. So, theta equals root 3 V0 divided by G. Clear? So, next one, an aeroplane is flying in horizontal direction with a velocity of 600 km per hour. So, aeroplane is moving in horizontal direction with a velocity of 600 km per hour. That is Ux, it's given 600 km per hour. At a height 1960 meter. So, it's from the ground, it is at a 1960 meter. When it is vertically above the point A on the ground, a body is dropped from it. So, the point A is here on the ground. When it is vertically above the point A, an object is throwing from it. So, it's moving with a velocity 600 km per hour and the object is throwing from it when it is vertically above the point A. And it is falling here at the point B. Here it is given like the body strikes the ground at the point B. Then the distance AB will be. So, we need to find out the distance AB. This horizontal distance only we need to find out. So, this is moving with a velocity 600 km per hour. So, initial velocity is 600 km per hour. Right? Initial velocity along the x-axis. So, what will be the velocity along the y-axis? That will be equal to 0. Now, height is given like 1960 meter. Okay, then we can substitute the formula S is equal to ut plus half at square. Therefore, S 1960 equals uy, ut plus half, a is 10, t square is t square itself. So, here we will be getting it as t square equals 2 into 196 divided by 10. Since it's 196, it is better to opt for 9.8. Okay, so we will give as 9.8 only. So, here we will get it as 200. So, it is 400. T equals 20 seconds we will get. So, in this 20 second of time, what will be the horizontal distance? That horizontal distance in 20 second of time we need to find out. How can we find out the horizontal distance? It's not having any acceleration. Therefore, we can simply multiply AB will be equal to 600 km per hour into, this is in meter, 1960 kilometer per hour, right? This one we got it in seconds. So, here you can multiply with 600 into 5 by 18 into 60. When you are substituting and finding out the answer, you will get. Okay. Then the answer will be 3.33 kilometer. 3.33 kilometer you will be getting. Here we need to find out the horizontal distance. For that, first you need to find out at what time it will be reaching to the point B. Okay, so for that we require the vertical direction. So vertical height it's given. So we can find out the time required to reach the vertical height. When it is reaching to the final point, what will be the time? First find out the time. During that time, what will be the horizontal distance which it is covering? That also we can find out. Clear? Next question is, a man standing on a hilltop projects a stone horizontally with a speed of v0 as shown in figure. Taking the coordinate system as given in the figure, the coordinates of the point where the stone will hit the hill surface are. So here it's given like it's moving with velocity v0. Here along this is x-axis and this is the y-axis it's given. Both here it is 0, 0 is the coordinate and here it is from here it is reaching to this point, which is at an angle theta. So we need to find out the coordinates at this point. That means we need to find out the x, y after time t seconds. So in terms of theta we can find out. So here while we are looking at the options, it's in terms of V0, theta and g. So in terms of V0, theta and g we can find out. So after t time interval, what will be the x coordinate and horizontal distance and vertical distance we need to find out after t seconds. Okay, first we can find out the time. How can we don't know the distance? What is the horizontal distance also we don't know. But here it's given, theta value is given. So remembering the first problem which we did today, how can we do tan theta? We can find out. Tan theta equals, what is that? Opposite side divided AC divided by adjacent side as BC. AC, how we will calculate it as the vertical distance. S is equal to UT plus half AT square. SY equals UYT plus half AYT square. UY is 0, therefore half into AY is G into t square divided by BC is horizontal distance into time. Horizontal velocity is V0 into t. Right? Therefore, one t will get cancelled. We will get it as t equals, this 2 will come down, 2V0 tan theta divided by g. This is the time. In this time interval, how much distance along x-axis and y-axis it would have covered? So x is equal to, what is the formula now? You can tell, along the horizontal direction. What is the value? How can we find out the value of x? X is equal to horizontal distance equals horizontal velocity into time. Horizontal velocity is V0, time is 2V0 tan theta divided by g. Therefore, we will get it as 2V0 square tan theta divided by g. That is x. And in along y-axis, how can we find out? S is equal to UT plus half AT square, UY equals 0, half into AY is G, T square is 2 square V0 square tan square theta divided by G square. 1, 2 and 1 G will get cancelled. So here we will get it as 2V0 square tan square theta divided by G. Okay, so we got the y coordinate and x coordinate. Let us check whether it is correct or not. Yes, 2V0 square x coordinate is 2V0 square tan theta by g and y coordinate is 2V0 square tan square theta divided by g. Correct only. Next question is, a ball is dropped from a height of 49 meter. The wind is blowing horizontally. Due to wind, constant horizontal acceleration is provided to the ball. Choose the correct statement. The given as, path of the ball is circular one, path of the ball is curved one, time taken by the ball to reach the ground is 3.16 seconds, actual distance travelled by the ball is less than 49 meter. So ball is dropping from a height 49 meter. When it is dropping, it is initial velocity is equal to 0, distance it's given as 49 meter and acceleration will be equal to g. It will be vertically downwards. So during that motion, it is wind is acting in this horizontally. So acceleration due to wind is acting horizontally, acceleration due to earth will be acting downwards. So in which direction the object will be moving? Object will be moving in the net acceleration. We can use the parallelogram law of vector addition to find out the direction of acceleration. It will be moving in this direction. So it is not the circular one or not the curved one. So first two options we can omit. It's not a closed circular one or it is not a curved one. Okay, that is done. Then now next we can find out the time. How much time it will be taking? S is equal to UT plus half AT square formula you can apply. 49 equals half into g t square. G we can take it as 9.8. Therefore, t square equals 2 into 49 divided by 9.8. Yeah, it's given like see 490, 98 to 10. Therefore, it will be equal to 10. T equals root 10, 3 point something we will be getting, 3.1. So here the answer is 3.16 seconds. So that is the correct answer. Time equals 3.16 seconds. Okay, so I am winding up for today. Hope all of you understood all these numericals, and if you like the channel, please don't forget to subscribe, like and share. Thank you for watching. Bye.